Due to illness, the role of Lieutenant Boswell will be played today by Rick Fitz.
I'll be handling the investigation into the robbery and assault on Jeffrey Conrad. I'd like to ask you a few questions, Mr. Daniels.
Yeah, sure. God, I can't believe this whole thing happened. But I mean, anything I can do to help, of course.
Are you usually here in the lair in the morning?
Well, actually, Ted, my partner, and I take turns opening up in the morning. It was his turn this morning, so I guess he walked in after whatever happened.
How much money was taken from the strongbox?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't really checked. Although I think it's kind of wrong to think about something like money after someone was killed.
Well, you're wrong, Mr. Daniels.
Wrong about what? Wrong about what?
Conrad didn't die. In fact, there's a chance he might pull through.
Daddy.
Sweetheart. Where was he, baby?
Oh, he has to have a special operation. Scott says Arthur Donnelly's the only surgeon that can do it.
Okay, we got Arthur Donnelly.
Yeah, he's on the way, but, Daddy, the way Scott explained it, the surgery can keep Jeffrey alive, but...
What?
But if his brain has been seriously damaged, no operation can reverse it.
Oh, God.
Jeffrey is on his way to the OR now. I'll be starting in a matter of minutes.
Thank you. I'm very grateful.
This could take several hours. I'll keep you informed about his progress.
The patient's been taken to OR4, Doctor.
Good. Who's assisting?
Well, we haven't been able to arrange...
I am.
You no longer work here, Clark.
Jeffrey's my patient. I admitted him.
And I invented the procedure that's going to save the man's life. I don't want you anywhere near that operating room.
Daddy, Scott's the one who called you in the first place.
And now I'm here and I'm in charge.
You're wasting your time, Doctor, if you think that you're going to get rid of me. Of course, you can call the guards and have them drag me out, but we have a patient who desperately needs this operation, so I suggest that we don't keep him waiting.
Let's go.
My. Well, you and Big Brother Keith just having yourselves a hell of a fine time, ain't you?
Well, actually, the feathers and the tomahawk were for Brandon. We were just trying them out.
We used to play cowgirls and Indians. We were...
Yeah, the X-rated version, I imagine. Come off it. You two about as much blood kin as I am with the King of England.
There is no King of England.
Yeah, that's my point. I got me a big old question, and I want you to give me the right answer.
Okay. What's the question?
I want you to tell me why this fellow Mason's got the exact same birthmark and the exact same spot on his butt that I do. Julia's brat's got a birthmark on her little behind, just like mine and just like her daddy Mason.
Well, it's incredible. What a coincidence, huh?
Oh, what's the birthmark look like?
Florida.
Like with hotels and palm trees and all that?
I think Keith's right. I think it's just an amazing coincidence.
Gina, I'm a betting man myself, but I wouldn't bet a frog's butt on the odds of this being a coincidence. There's a whole lot of other things that have to be explained, too. Like me knowing things I shouldn't know and having feelings I don't know why I feel.
Well, your subconscious is just probably picking up a lot of things that you aren't even aware of.
My subconscious didn't put a birthmark on my butt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We better level with him.
What are you talking about?
Oh, about the tattoo.
Tattoo?
Yes, honey. When you were dead drunk, we had a tattoo artist come over and duplicate Mason's birthmark on your butt. And we had Gina help him tell him where it was located, what it looked like. She did personal observation, right, darling?
Yeah.
When I was drunk, you say. When would that be?
Oh, pick a night, any night.
Come on, Keith. I could be drunker than a whorehouse rat. I'd still feel somebody punching holes in my behind.
No, we held you down. He worked fast.
Yeah, you know, the next morning you got up and you said you were kind of sore. You felt like you had sat on a pincushion or something.
Well, how come I didn't just go get the tattoo myself for you?
What if you said no? I mean, we couldn't risk that. There's a lot riding on your bottom. I mean, an unmarked tush would have been a flashing red light to Julia.
This thing gets crazier and crazier, and you two are the craziest parts
listen,
of
when
it.
you're sitting down counting your millions, it's not going to be so crazy.
That's right. I sure hope you don't mind us going behind your backside, so to speak.
Guess it does make sense in a cockeyed kind of way.
Yeah, it does, sort of, doesn't it?
I sure would like to get my hands on Big Daddy's assets, liquid or otherwise. You ain't just whistling Dixie now, boy.
I tell you what, I think it's really great the way you've gotten a hang of Mason's conflict with Cece, but I don't think you should get him too angry because you want to let him have you be in the business.
Give a little, take a little, you know, delicate balance.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's just the old cook gets under my skin for some reason. Well, okay. I want to win the big pot, so I guess I'll play this hand a little closer to my vest.
I'll share that pot. You know what I'm saying? So go on over there and don't be so suspicious of us. You know what I mean? We're all after the same end, so to speak. Do you have any idea why Jeffrey was in the lair this morning? Mr. Daniels.
What?
Do you know why Jeffrey showed up here this morning before the place opened?
Look, I really don't know. He could have showed up here to meet his brother-in-law, Ted. I guess he walked right in after the robbery.
I gather he's been coming in here a lot recently. Is that because of Ted?
Yeah, I guess. Look, I don't know. I mean, the place is a club, you know? People come here, they sit down, they have a drink. I really don't ask them why.
How would you describe your relationship with Conrad?
I don't understand the question.
Well, you had some problems, didn't you? Seems to be general knowledge that you were in love with his wife.
Where'd you get this general knowledge, huh, Lieutenant? From the scandal sheets? Do I have to defend my private life now, too?
You don't, except insofar as it pertains to this case.
Yeah, well, it doesn't pertain to this case.
I realize you haven't taken inventory yet, but offhand, can you tell me if there's anything else missing in this room?
Actually, no, offhand, I'm really not that sure. Listen, I'm gonna run down to the hospital now and check on Jeffrey, if it's okay.
Your concern about him is commendable.
Yeah, well, he's a human being. Let me tell you something, Lieutenant. You've done a whole lot of insinuating and very little questioning in this thing, and I don't like it. This is my place that was busted into, my place that was messed up, and I object to being harassed. Now, if you don't mind, I'll leave.
I'm not finished here.
Yeah, well, I am.
Heather, were you in there? Is there any news?
Yes, it's going smoothly, and my father said he doesn't foresee any complications.
Oh, thank God.
Let me ask you a question. After Jeffrey comes to, how long will it take before you know if he can recover completely?
I don't know. You'd really have to ask my father or Scott about that. I could guess it could be a couple hours. Could even be a couple of days. Sorry, I can't give you a more definite answer.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll let you know as soon as the operation is finished, okay?
Robert Lane, please go to admission.
So strange, isn't it? Even if the operation's a success, Jeffrey might never be well. He might never be himself again.
Please don't think the worst. It may not come to pass.
I was so furious with him for not showing up this morning, and the whole time he was laying there badly hurt.
Look, you have nothing to feel guilty about, darling. You couldn't have known.
Daddy, I have everything to feel guilty about. I caused Jeffrey so much pain.
You caused each other pain. You never meant to hurt each other. These things happen.
Yeah, it did, but not anymore.
What does that mean?
It means from now on, I'm going to honor my commitment to Jeffrey for as long as he needs me.
What are you saying, kitten?
When we got married, I promised Jeffrey to stay by him through better and for worse, and we're still married.
So you're saying that if Jeffrey has suffered severe brain damage, you're going to stay with him for the rest of his life?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You do understand what this means, though, don't you?
I understand very well, and it's my decision.
Honey, you were going to divorce him before this happened.
I know, but not anymore.
Look, let's not talk about this now. This isn't the time. This is an emotional moment, and, look, it may not ever happen anyway. Jeffrey's going to recover completely.
I know, but I want to make my intentions clear, just in case that isn't the case.
You're saying to me that you were going to sacrifice your life because you felt that you hurt the man?
It's not a sacrifice. It's what I want to do. I can't leave him in the care of strangers just when he's hurt and vulnerable. I won't. And I hope that you won't ask me to.
Baby, I want you to be happy. I want you to do what you feel is right for you, but please, don't make a major life decision until you spend a lot of time thinking it over.
Daddy, I have not been happy with myself for a very long time, and I think you know that. I don't like myself very much. And right now, more than anything, I need to know that I can stand up to my obligations. I vowed through sickness and health, and I've got to stand up to that. And I think if you want me to be a grown-up like I think you do, you'll expect me to stand up to that.
What the hell are you doing here? Now, you keep your hands off me, all right? I'm down here to see Jeffrey.
You don't give a damn about Jeffrey. You're the cause of all of this.
What are you talking about? I wasn't anywhere near the lair.
You tried to destroy my family. You're still bothering Kelly. You go near my daughter one more time.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, huh? Tough guy? What are you gonna do? You're gonna bar me from your country club? Let me tell you something. It's got nothing to do with Kelly. Jeffrey got beat up in my place, and I'm down here to make sure he's okay.
Learn about it on the 6 o'clock news. Now get the hell out of here.
Don't push me. I just might push back. Let me tell you something. Just because you say so doesn't mean I gotta leave this hospital. You don't own this place, pal.
No, but I'm on the board of directors. I can tell them what I want to tell them. I can tell them to throw you out anytime.
I got an idea. How about you write me another big check? How about triple the amount?
How about nothing? Guard.
Yes, Mr. Capwell.
You need anything, sir?
No, I don't need anything anymore.
Hey, good looking. Sure am glad to see you.
Why? What's the matter?
Well, does anything have to be the matter just because a man is happy to see a good-looking woman?
Mason, what is going on?
Sit down here and I'll tell you. Have a drink with me.
No, I don't want to drink, and I don't think you should be drinking either. Besides, I have been reprimanded for socializing with the patrons.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the owner's son, so I have a little pull around here. Now, if I promise not to get you drunk or get you in trouble with the boss, will you sit down for a little celebration with me?
Celebrating what?
Oh, life, liberty, and the pursuit of the golden goose.
Sounds like you've had a few too many.
No, I'm just high on the possibilities of life, like meeting you here.
Mason, why have you been acting so strange since you got back?
How strange.
Coming on to me, what was it, necking with Gina last week?
Oh, come on now, don't be jealous of Gina. That's past history.
I'm not jealous of Gina.
Well, that's good, because she can't hold a candle to you in looks or class.
Am I supposed to be flattered?
Well, yeah. I think we should be friends, Victoria. We have a lot in common. As I recall, we both like to have a good time.
Again, am I supposed to be flattered?
Yeah. I think you're a knockout.
Mason, this is ridiculous. The last thing on my mind right now is having fun the way that I think you mean, especially with you. I'm looking forward to spending more time with my son. If you remember, it's the little boy that you pretended to be a father to for, what, almost a year?
Yeah, sure. He's a wonderful child, but Victoria, you take life too seriously. I mean, children go to sleep early, and then Mommy and Daddy are free to have some fun.
And you think that you and I should have some fun?
I don't see any reason why not.
Oh, I don't either. Except the fact that you left me for another woman, a woman that you live with now.
Oh, Victoria, I know that we have a past with a capital P, but let's put that behind us. Let's forgive each other our sins. I'll start by forgiving yours.
Oh, that is big of you.
Thank you.
I don't know whether to take you seriously or not. You have never been crass before. Something really shattering must have happened to you while you were gone.
No, I'm still the same old Mason.
Tell me, if Sammy were to go to bed early, would you consider having fun with Julia?
Well, yeah, Julia and I had fun, but I'll tell you a little secret about men, Victoria. We're a little like stallions. We get kind of tired of grazing in the same pasture all the time.
Well, you know what? My pasture may look a lot greener. That's because it is surrounded by electrified fences. Keeps the stallions out.
I heard that.
You did a great job out there, Wendy. Thank you.
I can't tell you what a privilege it is working with you, Dr. Donnelly.
Well, thank you again.
It was inspiring watching you perform that ligation so flawlessly. It made me remember my old dream of wanting to go to med school.
Well, it's not too late to make the dream a reality if you're serious about it. Why don't you?
For a lot of reasons. I don't want to bore you with them.
Well, I'd hate to lose you as a nurse. But if you ever decide to go ahead and apply, you'd have my highest recommendation to back you up.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's very kind of you. Well, congratulations to you both.
Thanks.
Excuse me, I have to get back to the OR.
Think about what I said.
I will. Thanks again. Well?
Well, what?
Well, Scott was terrific, wasn't he? Come on, Daddy, you have to admit it. I was there. I saw the entire operation.
I don't have to admit a thing.
Daddy, you know, I always used to defend you by saying you were tough but fair. Don't make a liar out of me.
I don't need defending.
Daddy, you know Scott only saw that operation once before, and he was only observing that time. Daddy, given those circumstances, his skill with his technique was incredible, and you know it.
I don't know any other surgeon who could have done what you just did. Your patient owes his life to you, sir.
He owes it to you, too. Good job, Doctor.
You know, that's what it was like growing up with him. Just when you'd given up all hope of him ever being reasonable, he'd pull a switch like that and completely amaze you.
Do you realize that he did not say one single word to me during the entire operation? Not one word.
Yeah, I was there. But Scott, considering the way it started out, would you have wanted him to?
Probably not. I didn't mind getting the orders from the nurse, but he was incredible. Absolutely brilliant.
So are you. You wouldn't have said it if it weren't true.
I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, well, you don't have to learn it all tonight. Look like you could use a rest.
Well, the rest wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
What are you suggesting, Doctor?
Your place or mine?
About our place?
Sounds even better.
It was too bad you almost had to die over these tapes, Jeffrey. But you should learn never to double-cross me. Ever. And now, nobody's ever going to hear what these things got to say.
Never leave you, Jeffrey, I promise. Stay with you as long as you need me, as long as it takes.
half-hour edition all this week, only on NBC. And tonight, American Greg Louganis goes for the platform diving gold and the right to earn his place in Olympic history. The first man who has a chance to earn gold medals in springboard and platform diving in 2 separate Olympics. Also, the women's basketball semifinal matchup, the USA versus the Soviet Union and their fight for the gold. The Olympics are live tonight, only on NBC.